You asked me to give you an update about the bird's nest that I discovered in my Cherokee Trail of Tears vines. Well, spoiler alert, it's not a happy ending. But I want to tell you how a mockingbird was trying to tell me that something wasn't right.
All I have needs, I have not provided.
In the previous video, I was teaching you how to plant your Cherokee Trail of Tears and how they go up the poles. And then I was going to show you what I had discovered in the bean vines. And I knew there was a nest there, but I thought it had already been used. Well, when I looked in there, there were eggs. I didn't know that in the meantime, a mockingbird had laid her eggs in the nest that's in my Cherokee Trail of Tears right over there. So that all got caught on camera. And thank you so much for all your kind comments that you gave me, and you wanted an update. So I was here in the garden a few days later, and I was just kind of standing right where the camera is, wondering, well, she's quite friendly and quite okay with me being pretty close. So I was going to go right in here and look and see if I could see if she was sitting on the nest. And while I was thinking about doing that, the mockingbird came and roosted right here on top of the tomato plants that I have covered in netting. And she went chirp, chirp. I thought, well, she's alerting her mate that it's her turn. And she went chirp, chirp again. And so she flew up from the tomato plants over the bean vines and went in that way. And then a bird flew right back out. And I thought, well, they've changed their guard, you know, one's going to relieve the other one. And so I kind of just stood there for another minute or so, and I very quietly came up and looked in there. And believe it or not, when I looked in there, there was a black racer snake with his head up like this, looking right at me, right there. And I have mulch in my pathways, and I picked up a big piece of mulch and I flicked it at that snake. I said, "Get out of here." And he did. And he went so fast I never did see where he went. So I came over on this side of the vines where I could see in there really easy, and there were no eggs. I looked on the ground, maybe one fell out. Nope, they're all gone. That snake had eaten all 3 eggs. Well, I was pretty heartbroken about it. I was so looking forward to watching to see the little birds fly off. But as I was kind of walking around in the pathway of my garden, where the camera is, that mockingbird came back, sat here, and went chirp, chirp again. Now call me crazy, but I think mockingbirds have emotions. When I think of mockingbirds and I hear them singing, I say, they are the happiest birds around. They're so happy to be alive. But that day, she went chirp, chirp. Now that's a sad little exclamation from her. And she flew off, and well, the nest remains empty. And in this case, I really don't want her reusing the nest anyway. I'd rather her be up further in the trees nearby. And I don't know that she'll have another group of eggs again this year. Well, I'm sorry that it's a sad ending. And please don't give it a thumbs down because it's sad. Give it a thumbs up because I was willing to tell you about this amazing bird, but also the sad ending. But if you want a happy bird video, we did get really good footage of a pair of woodpeckers that raised their family of chicks in a hollow branch right where we have our sitting area in another area of our home. So go ahead and watch that. And you should be seeing that link as I end this video here. And thanks for watching. And if you want to learn how to grow vegetables organically, then go ahead and subscribe. And if you're curious about what I'm doing with all those sweet potato vines, well, I have a whole playlist on how to grow sweet potatoes.